fact that God give it a tail like this, it's got that wrapped looking thing, and it's not really appetizing at first, but we're going to show you how you can turn the beast into one of the most exceptional meals there is. Okay? How to skin this? Well, first of all, you're going to cut the skin from the back, and again, you have to kind of be very careful on all this. And then you're going to pull the skin, just like this, all the way through. Now, the best part of the nutria is what we call the hind saddle, which is the back part, the back legs, because the front is not really that great. So, now you have to be careful because this is coming straight out of the field, so you don't want to, make sure you keep it clean at all times. So you just pull the skin, just like this. You have it? Alright, a little bit help with the knife, although it's good business for you. I'll tell you what, they're healthy here down our bayou land. They eat a lot of vegetation, and that's really the biggest problem with these boys, is that they eat all the vegetation in our marshland, and we have a big problem with erosion, and that kind of facilitate the erosion to come faster and quicker. Alright, so now that we have that pretty much concept done, what we have to do is to make sure that it is stuffed a little bit, is to make sure that you clear up the hind saddle really nicely. And here we go. So, now, one thing you don't want to have is a towel. It's not the best part of the nutria, that's for sure. So you cut the towel off, just like this. Now the legs, not the best part either. So tough little boy. There we go. Same thing over here. Alright, so you have the skin here. You just wrap it up with a towel and make sure you dispose that away. Now, when it comes to that part, you have to be very careful again on how you do this. Because the hind saddle is one of the pieces that you really want to turn it this way, and then you're going to clean the gut from the inside out. Make sure that you don't touch the meat, you see it? And look at this. Now you're going to remove this out of the way. And here you go. Now this, gentlemen, this is the best part of the nutria. It's called the hind saddle right there. This is the best part. A lot of meat. And again, you see how clean that came out. So the rest of it, we don't need it. That's really the best eatable part of the nutria, and the most nutritious part as well. Remember, they eat stem and roots of the plants, very rich in protein. Alright, when you have the hind saddle and it's done, you want always to wash fairly, the nice run cold water. Make sure it's washed really nicely. Alright? What you want to do is to dry it, clean it, and make sure that it's nice. You can see how clean and beautiful. I mean, this is really beautiful. It just looks like a rabbit. So we're going to put it over here, and we're going to go to the kitchen. A little bit of olive oil again. We're going to keep this very, very, very healthy. Alright? Once again, Creole seasoning of your choice, salt, pepper. Seasoning, any cooks have their own seasoning, so you can choose the one you want. Get some onions in here for sure. Turn it over, and then again, same principle, seasoning again, alright? Onions, alright, and then we're going to add a little garlic real quick. Okay, nicely done. nicely done. Let's go this right here, and that's ready to bake. So first, we're gonna bake it right now like this, and then I'll show you in 10 minutes what we're gonna do, but that's gonna take a good 40 minutes in the oven, nicely done. But first, we're gonna brown it like this. So first in the oven, okay? Here we go. Alright, after pretty much 10 minutes or so, you can see how this is right here. So what you wanna do is to get your golden brown, is to put a little water actually, or even a little broth if you want to, but the water is good because what we're going to do after that, that's what matters, the secret. Here you go. So, now, cover it up with oil. Now, you could take that iron saddle, that will give you a quick recipe real quick. Get that. You put a little wishbone Italian dressing, put it up, a little seasoning, and put it on the barbecue pit, and I guarantee you get another nice meal here. Absolutely. And you'll put it back in the oven. Alright. And we're going to cook it, as I said, you know, it's going to take probably 40 to 50 minutes, depending on the size and, you know, the how old the animal was too. But it could take up to an hour and 15 minutes or so, but it must be done properly. It must be cooked all the way. 45 minutes later, we're going to go and see how it's looking like. It should be pretty much ready. Alright. Oh yeah, watch out. Alright, this is what Heinz will look like when it's pretty much ready now. But what you can do with this, actually, is be very innovative with meat itself, because it can be done so many ways. You can see it is hot for sure, that you can take in all the pieces of meat one by one. Oh yeah. Let me just give you it's hot. See how nice? This is just like a wild rabbit or any type of other nice, beautiful. These are cook is hot. You might want to let it cool off a little bit. And then we'll right here. Turkey for Thanksgiving. See? The same principle. And you can see the different type of color, the different group, muscle group. Some color are white, brown, reddish, you see? That's really, it is hot, gentlemen. It's supposed to, come out of the, alright, so anyway, I got enough meat here to make my dish, and we're going to keep the rest of it, but give you an idea of what can be done. So we're going to bring that right here. What I got here is a little skillet, and again, you just have to be innovative, alright? Once again, a little bit of olive oil. We're going to put pieces of meat that is already pre-baked. And the reason why I want to pre-bake this is I want to make sure that it's got really tender and very cooked. So, as I said again, any type of wild game that you're going to cook, make sure that it's done properly. And done no medium rare, no medium. It needs to be well done. Cooked all the way. So, this is what I have here now. Put a little bit of olive oil here. And what we're going to do here is I got little chickpeas, sun-dried tomatoes, parsley, mushroom, Italian onions, and some olives. And we're going to create a little bit of a dish, nutria à la Méditerranéenne, à la Provençal, if I may say, with mushrooms. So we're going to, and it's up to the cook or the chef to be innovative with what can be done with the meat. Now, another thing I did in my restaurant is I took these pieces, put a little batter, a beignet batter, and when they're done like this, I dip it pieces into the beignet batter and fry them. And I have nutria beignet, which I call ragondin, which is a French name, which is good to have. So, now, what we're going to do is to put all of these ingredients right here. Okay? All together. Yeah. Okay, I've got a little mixture right here. Alright, guys? And then I'm going to create my own little dish. A nice little fricassee. A little fricassee. Now, we're going to do a little bit of wine. You got to have a little wine. You got to have a little wine. So, literally, you cook this twice. You know, so we reduce the wine. You see how colorful that is? You get to make it appetizing. So remember, from the rat-looking thing that was pretty gross in a way, this is the dish you're going to end up with. And it's not quite over yet. So you reduce the wine. Okay? Had all kinds of different flavors. So I want to tell you, when this is done, I have done that before many of times, and it is a spectacular dish. It really is. And again, this is one of the clean, natural protein that if no one really had the picture of that rat-looking thing in their mind, but seeing the dish itself, there is no way that you can turn it down. No way. So, and that's many ways. I mean, I've done gumbo with it. I've done a stew with it, and it really worked well. But again, as you saw before, the preparation, how you clean the wild game is really important, because if you don't clean it properly, if you don't wash it properly, you could have a bad taste, a bad flavor. There is things that you have to be very careful when you deal with wild game. That's one, if you don't know, go to a professional that knows what he's doing. But it's pretty simple in a way. It's really nothing complicated. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, the final touch of that is a little bit of cream. I mean, French cooking without cream. Have you heard of that? The cream's going to make this dish even better. Now, and ain't nothing wrong with cream. Cream is natural again, and it's a little bit of source of a little bit of fat, but it's a good fat. I mean, I eat cream, and actually I eat butter almost 2 or 3 times a day, and I guarantee you that I'm in good shape. So now that we have that done, you see how beautiful that is? You know, as with greasing on the meat, this is really nice. So. You saw a little bit of meat I took out. You know, you can see that, you know, a good 2 or 3 people, you know, like that. So, I got a bit of rice, thin rice. Nice, beautiful little nutria dish that is very well done.